Um, Imagine a family you know well, maybe a neighbor or someone at your child's school, going to bed hungry because there simply just wasn't enough food in the house. Maybe the parents skipped meals so their children could eat, or a senior citizen had to choose between buying medicine or groceries. This isn't just a rare hardship, but a daily reality for millions of Americans. Today, I want to share with you why volunteering at and supporting local food banks is one of the most effective and accessible ways to reduce hunger and improve the well-being of our communities. Hunger isn't just about missing meals, it affects people's health, development, and causes emotional and mental stress that touches every part of their lives. By helping fight hunger, we reduce these harms and build stronger, healthier communities for everyone. First, I'll explain the problem of hunger in our country, sharing some important facts and stories that illustrate its depth. Then, I will explore the causes of this food insecurity, which include economic and social factors. Finally, I will show you how volunteering at food banks like Feeding America can make a real lasting difference. Millions of Americans, Millions of people in America lack consistent access to enough food. According to Feeding America, over 44 million people face food insecurity, including 13 million children. That's about 1 in 6 children in our country. One heartbreaking example comes from a family in Ohio who shared how they rely on their local food bank to feed their children after the father lost his job. Without that support, they would often go hungry. Children, seniors, and working poor families are the most affected by the hunger. Children who don't get enough to eat suffer from higher rates of illness and developmental delays. They have more trouble concentrating in school and are more likely to miss classes due to illness or fatigue. Seniors facing food insecurity struggle with managing health conditions like diabetes or hypertension because they can't afford proper nutrition. Adults who are food insecure often have lower productivity at work and experience higher stress levels and anxiety levels. The emotional toll of not knowing where your next meal will come from affects the mental health deeply. The consequences of hunger extend beyond the individual. It costs society through higher medical bills, lost work productivity, and increased demand for social services. To better fight this problem, we need to understand why hunger exists despite living in one of the most wealthiest countries in the world. Food insecurity stems from several interconnected causes. The most significant is poverty and low wages. Many families don't earn enough to cover rent, utilities, healthcare, and food all at once. According to the Food Research and Action Center, many families run out of food well before the month ends, forcing difficult choices between buying groceries or paying bills. The high cost of living, especially in housing and healthcare, leaves little left over for food. Another cause is living in food deserts, places where residents don't have easy access to affordable, healthy groceries. This is common in rural areas and low-income urban neighborhoods. Without many supermarkets, families rely on convenience stores with expensive, unhealthy options. Even government programs like SNAP provide crucial help, but don't always reach everyone who needs them or provide enough to cover for a full month's of food. Finally, unexpected crises like the COVID-19 pandemic, natural disasters, or inflation spikes worsen these problems and push more families to rely on food banks. So, what can we do to make a real impact on this problem? Volunteering at Feeding America and local food banks is a powerful way to fight hunger. Volunteers help sort, pack, and distribute food, making food banks more efficient and capable of serving more families. During the COVID-19 pandemic, volunteers stepped up to handle record demand, distributing millions of meals. You can also organize food drives at school, at work, or places of worship to collect non-perishable food items. Donations of time, food, or money all help. Every hour you volunteer helps food banks reduce waste by rescuing surplus food that would otherwise be thrown away. Volunteering also strengthens communities by building connections amongst neighbors and spreading awareness about hunger. Even just a few hours a month can make a huge difference in the lives of families struggling to make ends meet. Hunger is a serious problem affecting millions of Americans, especially children, seniors, and working families. It's caused by poverty, limited access to healthy food, and gaps in government support. Volunteering at Feeding America helps reduce hunger, improve health, and strengthen communities. Imagine two worlds. One where families continue to struggle silently with empty plates, and one where volunteers step up, food banks thrive, and no one has to worry about their next meal. I encourage you to take action, volunteer at your local food bank. Your time and effort can change lives, build hope, and create a stronger and healthier community for all of us. Thank you. Not me hitting